Hi everyone, it's Enchantress. I'm here with the flip through of the Oracle, the Gospel of Aradia by Stacy DeMarco, who's one of my favorite authors. She's awesome. But also, this is also artwork by Jimmy Manton, who is one of my favorite artists. And let me just give you an example of all the different artwork he's done and all the decks I have. One of these days, I'm just going to do my favorite artists review here. So he, from the Oracle of the Dragon Fae, has a bunch of different artists in it, which is really cool. So I think I might do a re-review of this and break it down by artist. So he does these are his work, and you might recognize Jimmy Manton's style, and I have a lot of decks of his because I love his style. Don't know what it is about it. I like the women he draws have a nice structure and form. And men, exactly both. The women and the men he draws have a very nice form and structure to them. There you go. That is from that deck. Then there's the Isis Oracle, which is so beautiful. I've done a flip through of this before. Check out my playlist of flip throughs so you could see all these other ones. But some pictures of the images of the female Isis in here, just really beautiful. So for example, so she's really drawn well. The men too. So on. Isn't that so pretty? Gorgeous. Lots of really, really well drawn. Just beautiful. So Jimmy Manton is one of my favorites. All right, and then I'll show you a little bit from... Also, we have the Goddesses and Sirens. I'll just do a quick view of these as well. Look at those Gaia creation. I just love these too. As far as goddesses are concerned, this is my favorite goddess deck. Of course, there's my name, Jeanne d'Arc. I can't help but love this one. And she's drawn very well. The women can be quite ferocious and also quite gorgeous. Like Hecate, she's so beautiful. Look at that Baba Yaga, she's so scary. Lilith, Nui, Athena, and that one's really pretty and powerful. They're just all really well drawn, and they have a power to them like goddesses should. I love that one too. Kuan Yin is one of my favorites. A good couple ones as well. There's Pomona's really beautiful. Freya's really gorgeous. There you go. There's also the Isis and Osiris one, but I think that couple is actually in the Gods and Titans, which Jimmy Manton also does. I didn't even realize how many. And these are also all, well, the Gods and Titans are also Stacy DeMarco, and then the Isis Oracle is Elena Fairchild, who's another favorite. And so yeah, please indulge me in showing you these. They're just amazing. You guys have seen, those of you who follow me have seen these in my readings. I use Jimmy DeMarco and Stacy DeMarco and Jimmy Manton decks quite often. Now, if they could only do me a fairy deck, I would be in heaven. Vishnu, look how handsome Prometheus is. And Poseidon. And then there's the Osiris couple picture, which I think is really beautiful. Nuada, very powerful. I always like working with the Gods and Titans Oracle because I have is as masculine and like as violent as the pictures look and powerful, I get often I get quite a gentleness from the cards, from the messages. Anyway, there you go. Those are beautiful Jimmy Manton decks. And one more, because this one's important. And also the Viking Oracle. So you can tell, you could see the similarity. See, mostly because of Hagalaz. I recognized Hagalaz in the Gospel of Aradia, so I just thought I should point it out. I think actually when I was flipping through, I was like, hey, I recognize that guy. And then I realized, oh, it's Jimmy Manton's deck. That's why. So you can see a similarity in all especially the people, you know, like I noticed that the most because I grew up as a portrait artist. And so I notice portraits before I notice landscapes and recognize artists by the way they draw people. And so that being said, you know, I'm not only a tarot reader, I'm an artist too. That's why my email is Art Ladies, because I'm very interested in art. And so being able to do this for you guys, flip throughs and buying decks and stuff, is also kind of a privilege in a way to add to my art collection. So there you go. That was, I mean, it was completely random that I went into the art of this, but I kind of felt like it was necessary. So the Gospel of Aradia, look how beautiful that is, just gorgeous. I'm going to try to make sure we get the best possible zoom. All right, there we go. So it's in this nice blue angel box. And the message here is, it's 34 cards and a guidebook set, artwork by Jimmy Manton, as I said. The story of Aradia is steeped in mystery. Was she a goddess or a flesh and blood woman? To some, she was first witch, to others, the leader of a resistance movement, and still to more, a wise teacher and female disciples, a teacher with female disciples, a spiritual mentor, and a powerful role model for women to aspire to. Aradia traveled throughout medieval Italy and Europe, teaching the ways of the divine feminine. Through this exquisitely illustrated deck, you will walk hand in hand, heart to heart with Aradia, and be guided into the rich, sacred world of her gospel. It is a journey to rediscover, strengthen, and empower the real you. As you connect with the inspiring stories that form her legacy, Aradia's truth, compassion, and ancient wisdom have the power to transform our greatest fears into love and our most warring obstacles into opportunities for growth and joy. Step into the world of stregoneria, the ancient Italian witchcraft tradition, and connect with those who have danced under the moonlight with flowers in their hair and risked everything to remain true to themselves. Let your wild divine self play out to play. Isn't that fascinating? I would have never known that Stacey DeMarco wanted to display or to show this world of stregonaria. Anyway, ancient Italian witchcraft. I like it. All right, so let's take a look inside. So, basic box and a basic big book that fits the box with the smaller cards that just float on top. And just for context purposes, it is wrapped in a little plastic thing. I did look through it once. Sometimes my first view is with you, but this time I had to look through it once. All right, so let's take a look at the cards. As you can tell, it's very shiny and slightly sticky because they're very hard, and I like that texture. Right away I'm looking, I gotta trim those borders. I just might, probably will. I usually do. And, they give you a little leeway here. I'm not sure how far in I would go. We'll have to see. Probably cut to the brown maybe. Anyway, don't be mad at me for cutting borders. I mean, if they came edged, I definitely wouldn't. But since they're not, it's kind of interesting too. The blood came out first. Anyway, So blood is kind of an important thing. It's a very Scorpio thing, actually. You know, blood, Scorpio rules the skin and the blood, according to the body. All right, let's see what else we have. We have creation, this is a beautiful couples picture that I've never really looked at before. Kind of want to see what creation means. Hope you indulge me in these things. I think you might be curious too. I also love when they get into poems. There is nothing more blissful than it to create something new. It is hope and awe combined. It's the birthright of all, not a few. Herbs to ease the labor, songs to clear the room. I sing this baby to earth, sweetly from the room. Oh, okay. Making babies. This will give us a little bit more about this stregoneria. Like any witchcraft tradition is creative. Strege, create something out of nothing. Ha! They are weavers of the worlds, of energies, and of divine forces. They may sound mysterious and mystical, but it works. Aradia teaches us that we too can risk in order to create something new, even a paradigm for ourselves. You know, it's kind of interesting because I just sang making love out of nothing at all, and now I think I kind of understand that a little bit more. It is said that witches create something from nothing. Interesting, very interesting. All right, let's keep going. Curses. You guys, I think I'm going to use this in today's reading, so if you want to see these in action, come back. So, divinity, dreams, ecstasy. I like how they're in Italian, I think. Ecstasis. Fuga, escape, fedunctity, the feminine, fight. There he is, Hagalars. That's my boyfriend. He came back. This is like his next life. This was his Viking life, and now he's back, and he came back into this life. But I wonder what time period that is. That's not current military gear. Interesting. Fortune. Games. The gospel. The hedge. I feel like this deck is really mysterious. Like every card sounds like, ooh, what is that about? So you're just gonna have to get it yourself, or either hang with me and watch my pick of cards and see what these mean. Hierarchy. La Luna. The masculine. Night women. Peacemaking. Pilgrimage. I think these are some of the cutest toes I've ever seen drawn. Isn't that so nice? I really like art too. Like, I appreciate the photo, generated stuff, the photo, graphic art type thing, but I mean, a real true, real art is just, I don't know. Anyway, Jimmy Manton is great. The Queen. Reconciliation. Resistance. Obstancia. Ritual. I like her face. Looks kind of like my sister. Secrecy. The shadow. Sisterhood. That's like me and Melanie. Strega. Synergy. Taboo. I love the coloring. See, now this one I almost don't want to trim it because that purple does kind of set it off nicely. So I'll think about it. I have cut other cards though that are like this. Truth. Veritas, Union, the Unknown, and Vows. I like all of these. So very beautiful cards. I hope you like that, you guys. I think I'm going to use them in the pick a card reading I do today. And yeah, see you there. Faith, Trust, and Pixie Dust.